gorgeous. Holy smokes, that water is moving. You remember my first drop with Adam? Yeah. I clicked down and good morning. How the heck are you? We're here in Hot Springs, North Carolina. Had a fantastic night. Gonna have a good adventure today. We got about 75 miles of dirt and mountain roads to ride into Maggie Valley, and possibly 171 miles of additional dirt roads to ride down to Telco Plains. We'll see how the day goes. It'll be day 3 of the Southeast Backcountry Discovery Route, SEBDR. We're gonna have some fun. It's nice to stop into Hot Springs, excuse me. Give them some love. I have some coffee, had a beer, lunch, and these cottages that we're staying at. All of these companies, for the most part, opened up within the last month after Hurricane Helene. So nice to kind of give back to that community, stop in. You know, not quite my permanent tent camping I usually do, but really nice to get back. Get some breakfast. You ready for some breakfast?
Need coffee.
I second that motion. This Appalachian Range is absolutely gorgeous. Crazy enough, it is one of the oldest mountain ranges in the entire world. I think the second oldest, all the way up from Alabama to Canada. It actually goes into Canada, and there is an Appalachian Range in Europe as well. The old, what they call it, Pangea days before the drift. Just thick, lush, and gorgeous, man. Pretty diverse. I'd like to go up to that. I'll try that again. You go upside one mountain range and get up the other one, and it just looks dramatically different. I like this view. You're kind of just in the forest, kind of more of a direct view. Nothing wrong with the old big views on the side, but I'm a big fan here. We are doing some quick climbing, but really, I mean, the road's been pretty good. Just enough loose rock to throw the tires around if you want to get a little crazy, but the surface is really nice and tacky. Yeah. Just going around that bend.
Yeah, I hit neutral right there.
You remember my first drop with Adam? I clicked down in neutral and all of that damn sand. All right, we got Ryder down here. Are you in? Oh, let's do this as well. Give me one quick second. I don't know if we'll have enough room for that kickstand, so let's go ahead and do this. All right, ready when you are.
Nope.
Damn, I'm short. There you go. I don't know if your kickstand is functional, but you want to switch over there and see if it is?
I can hold it if you want to go.
Okay, you got it?
Yep.
We might be high-sided. Oh, no, I think... No, we're not going to be able to.
No. Yep, you got it.
Let me get it on my hip. I'm good.
You okay?
Yep. Now see if you can get your hip.
Yep, see where there's no leg right.
Yeah, you good?
Yep.
I'm gonna just do a quick walk as well. It looks good. All right, we got them up and running. You betcha. I'm gonna find some. If I can get, I think at that corner I can get in. Right now I probably can't push it down. We'll get turned around. That was just all crazy lean area. Oh, I might have missed a waterfall over here. Barry brought us to the waterfall. All right, we're gonna get right here. Turn around right by the waterfall. Can't beat that, right? You can thank Barry from Fire and Ice for that beautiful waterfall view. All right, let's get after it and get all the fun muck and fuss. It happens. He if you saw that incline, he accidentally kicked it into neutral, had no power on it. There we go. It is moist in here today, dude. I am fogging up constantly. All right, back at it. Take a little water break. Oh, a fantastic start to this day. There's actually the entire ridge there behind us, which is super cool. Kind of death by view style. It's hard to stop and actually stare at anything, but it's really nice. Back there happens 9 times out of 10. Every time you drop your bike, it's wheels up. That was a pretty steep pitch. So coming around the corner, and I think clicked it into neutral. So we went over. That was, his bike was probably at a 50-degree angle. I mean, that was some shiznit to lift. My itty-bitty little legs don't help too much. I can power it up, and then I ran out of leg power. Oh man, good day. We're gonna get a little water break in, chill a little bit, take over with our maps, and we will be back on the trail. Let's get a little water right now.
Good morning. Need some coffee, girl.
It doesn't matter if you're there for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. It looks like D-Heck should shut it down, and it's some of the best food there is.
It's crazy. It's like somebody's house.
Yeah, it's
what place is it?
Brushy Mountain Outpost, and I think about 20 miles later you physically hit the 600-mile mark, so kind of that high. One of the best meals I had.
Okay.
Actually, crazy enough, my wife and I, without planning, we just happened to be walking out that day. It was our 10-year wedding anniversary. Thought we'd be eating out of our bag, and there it was. So we actually had our 10-year wedding anniversary there. And the little cook brought us ice cream with a thing in it. Just nice as can be. He's like, happy wedding anniversary. It was the coolest thing.
That's adorable.
All right, I think they're used to feeding through hikers in here. These breakfasts are massive. It's delicious. I've eaten here before, but check this out. A little bit of chicken with that biscuit there.
Chicken tenders.
Crazy big. All right, we're gonna mile this down, guys. Get back on trail. A couple river crossings hopefully today. We're getting crazy. We'll see you on the bikes. Absolute home run breakfast, Smoky Mountain Diner. The serving sizes are ridiculous, kind of fit for the through hikers coming through town. Barry and I both finished about half of our plates, dude. Oh, fat and happy. Tummy's full. Get on the bike. Gotta check gas. Maybe hit some gas since we're in town. Hit the bike and get out of here. Let's hit some dirt. So this is super cool. I didn't know we're on this road, but this is Max Patch here. One of the most beautiful places on the early Appalachian Trail. It is windy, cloudy, and about a quarter-mile hike. So in motorcycle boots, I'll leave it alone for today. But way up on that ridge, and then there's a second ridge behind it, and you get a 360 view of the mountains. It's quite a walk up there. If you're in the area and hiking outside of Hot Springs, highly recommend it. Not always something you want to do in motorcycle boots, but super cool. Max Patch, could not recommend it enough. When we did the Appalachian Trail, we're gonna camp on top, which would have been just the best sunrise and sunset. But we had some crazy storms, so we hiked down to camp. Nice little spot. I didn't know we were gonna run by that. They had to do some repairs on this road, I know that. And then there's some type of break off of the trail here. I don't know which direction, maybe I passed it, but we had some trail magic. So we got a really good meal and a beer while we're hiking up to that. But this whole Appalachian range, man, is just epic. What you're seeing at the top there is just the first plateau, and then you have to hike up to the second plateau, and then the view is, in my Minnesota self, stupid gorgeous. All right, back on the trail, man. Cool. This little spot right here was where we had Trail Magic in 2019, burgers and beers and everything before we went up Max Patch. Super cool area. Well, they have done some work on this road, Barry. Obviously, they got this back open. This is probably part of the map that was reopened after Helene just recently, so that's kind of neat. There's 3 routes in between section 6 and section 10 that May 9th they just reopened for the first time since the hurricane. Man, they put some effort here. All right, we're gonna run down this road, see what we run into. If we get crazy, a little muck and fuss, you know, I'll bring you back. We'll see what happens here. This whole road has been redone. Man, they've put some effort into this. It looks like it's a brand new road, but this is just all Helene damage. I think it's been somewhere around that 9-month mark. They have done so much effort out here to get their infrastructure back up. Yeah, it's gonna dive way low. I ran into a current work project. Let's see how we can get around here. There's been constant machinery on this road. This is thick. Whew. This is like literally a foot or two of service. That was super slick. Whenever stuff gets crazy, my Minnesota comes out super. Man. Absolutely crazy. Thank you, Forest Service Department, road graders. There's so much equipment. Everything is a brand new drainage bin, culverts. There's just machinery everywhere down here. So we're going to try to keep our eyes open, make sure we don't get anything too crazy. This has been chunkier and crazier than the new manicured road construction side of it up there. Super chunky. This is a ton of fun. This whole road from being washed out to construction man telling us to pass in 2 feet of junk to this stuff. Oh my gosh. Crazy. Yeah, this has been fun. We got some friends. One made it through, it would look like, and one went down. Is that a big ibex? Must be the, no way, is that the 450? It is the 450.
Go this way.
Yeah, man.
That's what I did. Came out great, but then went hard. Stopped.
High-sided. we just went through that.
We had a huge, massive rainstorm 2 days ago down here, and there's the big water crossings on the hard section of section 7.
Is that wet?
Yeah, it's that deep.
Okay.
When we did the Smoky 500, wet beat us up a little bit.
Yeah, it was.
So it's pretty high right now?
We had like a torrential downpour that night, and we went and did it that morning, and it was, I mean, it was over my knee.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want to try it because it was super.
Like something was.
It's super slippery. I've never done that for section before, man. I was like, I don't want it up upside down. We're trying to get to Canada, man. We're not trying to freaking give up like.
Right.
We went.
First phase.
Do you remember after that big rainstorm on Smoky 500, we did wet, and that's where That first one we went down in, and that slippery rock went the other way.
It looks like it just drags you
Yeah.
to the side, to the deeper
You're
section.
trying to do your best, but it pushes you.
Yeah. Well,
Craziness.
yeah, this was super simple, man.
Yep, this is a great way to meet.
Which direction did you come from? Straight up?
Straight up.
Okay.
Yeah. This is a nice little. The downside is super steep. On the backside, it's real nice. It's going up. We just ran into a dude on a Jeep Wagoneer, man. He pulls up. We see him poking a stick, seeing how deep everything is in the mud holes, and then he comes up and he's like, "I guess you wonder what I'm doing up here." I said, "I want to hear this story, man." They got off on freaking Waze. They were like,
Oh my
"On the
gosh.
interstate," and they're like, "Well, if we did Waze, it'll take us another way there." And they ended up on a brand new Wagoneer on the top of the mountain, man.
Oh my.
And I met this cat, man, in Florida.
I see you're on the Ibex 450. How do you like it?
Man, I can't complain, man. I'm up. Auto start. Here.
There was a second rock that kicked you over right there. Right after you started.
It's easier the second time.
Well, we're done all for the day.
What?
We're done for the day on this.
Helped our friends get up. They went through. One barely made it through. One made it through and then got kicked over. You saw us help them pick him up. Great group of guys. It's a first crossing and I think an immediate second crossing right after that. All right, let's get after it. That was fun. Super fun. Here comes Barry. Alright, this has been the trip of camera failures. This one is my fault. My 360. So as I mentioned earlier, the GoPro I had facing me died like 1 hour into this ride. But luckily I put the 360 up on my handlebar, so I still have some good shots there. The mount was getting loose, but everything looked like it was made nice and metal. Barry was smart last night and we talked about it. Maybe we should switch it out to my other mount. I did not do that and I paid for it. It just fell off the bike. I had to go back and grab it. As far as I can tell, the glass looks like it's in decent shape. Tonight when I watch this footage right here, I'll be able to tell. Ooh. Got some ruts up here, Barry. Hopefully this still looks good. It's a little lower, so if I do spin it around, my windshield's gonna be in the way there, but that's what we got. We're moving forward. Oh, this is super crazy. Watch your lines if you can hear me, Barry. Left to right, left to right. This is super chunky. Jeez, there is simply just no good line there. We gotta kind of keep switching lines. I think we're above it now, but that was a ridiculous amount of fun. So in recap, the electronics are not liking me this round. I got moisture in my Carpy ride. I thought that would dry out. I've had that thing in absolute downpours before with zero issue. This time, not the same. So I can see it, but anytime the sun's on it, it's reflecting that moisture. GoPro died, dropping this. So let's go ahead and fix that and no more electronic camera issue. A lot of ruts are on that corner, Barry. I gotta try to stay out of these ruts. I'm gonna get myself in trouble, ain't I? Super crazy. So this is one of the sections that just opened. They just re-released this map because a few spots were reopened. So this was open 2 weeks ago. This whole road, you can see this is just temporary now. But this was washed out. Absolutely crazy. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
When I get to the top of that hill up here, it looks like it's just the river. I'm like, the map says this is our direction. So super cool, a lot of work. Nice to see it open again. There's gonna be 2 or 3 spots we're gonna ride that hasn't been ridden before, because right after they did the map, Helene beat it up. All right, let's get this crossed. Going to the fancy town. So much damage. You know, all the trees and everything they had to clear out of this, man. It is super, super crazy. So it's really awesome that bridge was back open. This is the second section now that we were able to ride that hasn't been ridden since the trail's been made because of Helene. So, and this has been really nice. Tacky pavement or gravel. Let's try that again right after this. So it's super awesome. Barry's got the old map yet, so we can kind of see where anything before May 8th, I think, was downloaded, where they have all the bypasses in. Just a beautiful trail. Nice to see it in kind of the original trail creators thought with after the Helene damage. You good? You may hop off. First obstacle of the trip. Yeah.
I think that should be fine.
Yeah, I think even a Jeep could get through that.
We're gonna do a little trail magic.
We met a biker coming this direction. I wonder when that fell.
That's new. That's fresh.
Yeah, that's definitely fresh. Thank goodness it wasn't a Widowmaker.
I did a good job. All right.
That's a good deed of the day, Barry.
Good game.
Feel like a lazy man not getting off the bike to help him. But I'm high-sided. There's nowhere to put my kickstand down. Oh my gosh. Death by view. That was a nice little peekaboo view. Yeah, I tried twice. I couldn't get my stand down. Barry had to strong arm that thing. We've passed 4 bikes, 2 groups of 2, and then the solo. So I guess 5 total bikes that were coming this direction earlier. So that's definitely new. Came back here, right around that corner, I seen Barry slide. As I mentioned earlier, we like to drop our bikes to where the wheels are pointed uphill, makes it a little more fun. In this case, you can't probably tell, but the road is very loose, thick pea gravel, so it's very hard to get a footing. This was a little bit of an interesting one to lift. The gravel beat us up a little bit. Our battle with the gravel gets a little entertaining here for a little bit with our feet kicking in the wind. But nevertheless, we get the bike upright and we're back up and running. We like to keep entertaining around these parts. Let's get back on the road. That is gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. That's a cool little bridge. How gorgeous is that?
All eyes on
I'm looking at two. Tell me what's the best, the turkey bacon melt or the Philly?
They're equally good.
I know they're dramatically different sandwiches.
No, I mean,
Let me do the turkey bacon melt. If it's good, I'm gonna do that one right there. But I just expect something very different.
Is there anything in my face right now?
Not at all. You're all good.
Dip top chicken.
All right. Once again, serving sizes out here are ridiculous. I do want to very particularly, after Barry wipes off his beard, show you this massive a New Jersey sloppy Joe. Not even really sure what that is because it doesn't look like a sloppy Joe.
It's monster.
And that behemoth. Turkey, chicken melt. Trying to go a little healthier today. This place is a serious deli. They're cutting their own stuff and everything. How was that? Good?
Crazy good.
So sloppy. I'll check with you guys after I power through this, man. This is going to be delicious. Now, it's not lost on me that it seems like every time I say that place is outrageously amazing and you should stop and eat there. But if you're in Maggie Valley, that place is stupid good. Sandwiches are on point. Absolutely delicious. Food, highly recommend. All right. That being said, we got a little maintenance. I'm going to get the bike up on service stand. The chain is crazy loose. See if we can get that taken care of and then maybe find some coffee. I'm dealing with right now some serious travel. Okay. Yep, everything loosened up. And there's quite a bit of travel here. We're going to spin this around a little bit. Quite a bit better. Whenever you take it off the service wheel, it always gets tighter, so I think that should do. Belly is full, fat and happy, chains in place, and we're gonna go get coffee. I think the way we're slow playing this day, this might be the end of our day in Maggie Valley, but stay tuned. I have no idea yet. All Maggie Valley is just gorgeous. Found a coffee shop, like I said, five stars out of 5 stars. Have you seen the movie Elf? Greatest Christmas movie of all time. If you haven't, check it out. And he gets so excited because the sign in the window says world's greatest cup of coffee. Congratulations, you've done it. Anyway, that reminds me of this. If you haven't seen the movie Elf, sorry about that. Let's go check out this 5-star coffee. Oh, that smells like a shop I want to be in. Yeah. Go. I see why it's 5 stars for the coffee hill. Oh, that's good. All right, I think we figured out life. We're gonna head back into these beautiful mountains up here. Coffee, hell of a little sandwich in Maggie Valley, and we're just gonna kind of ride until we choose not to. The first section, which was a beautiful 75 miles, short but rugged, definitely took longer than we thought. So we'll just ride out, see what looks good, and tap into this. The next section's 171 miles. Has to be, gosh, look at this view. Has to be a lot of beautiful tarmac. I couldn't imagine 171 miles like today, just rough gravel. But we're gonna tap into that, kind of see what it looks like, find camp for tonight. Enjoy the rest of our night. We're gonna ride out to this outrageously gorgeous view. And we'll bring you back. We got some dirt or some crazy stuff here. I don't really know what to expect. Maybe the beginning of this is tarmac for all I know, but we'll let you know. I figured I'd update you when I knew. We figured out life. Let's go have some fun. Well, this will be a little different. The section leaving Maggie Valley is jumped us right onto the Blue Ridge Parkway. So I presume with 171, as I mentioned, we're going to have some tarmac. This is awesome. I am almost embarrassed to say, look at that ridgeline. Can you see that at all? One of my favorite places to ride, like in our van and vehicle vacations, is around Asheville. Jeez, is the Blue Ridge Parkway. And this is the first time I've had my motorcycle on it. It is absolutely almost unacceptable. It is just constant views like this. This is super cool. Oh, look. And you see the fire tower over there as well. That's super awesome. This whole way it goes, I mean, it's hundreds and hundreds of miles. It makes it up through the Shenandoah National Park, which they call it like Skyline Drive up there. But one of my absolute favorite places. It's kind of nice to knock it off the list and say that I've actually done it before. Oh my. I'm pulling the clutch for that one. That is gorgeous. Holy smokes, that water is moving. That's what I'm talking about. Right on the road. Yeah, I'm loving that stuff. All right, since I geeked out over that, I'm a little bit behind Barry now. And then you got this. Come on. Super gorgeous. This entire section right here is really steep downhill. I know these action cameras don't show it, and just marble-like rocks underneath the tires. So it's probably the thing I need to get better at. Aggressive downhills on loose gravel. Is this the right way? Sure is. Is that right? Yes. All right. Stop staring at the scenery. Let's catch up. Tarmac in a bit. We're on that dropping down elevation quite a bit, man. And this is complete death by view type stuff. Absolutely gorgeous. We're in the valley. We have some farming, some cows, a bunch of stuff behind us, which is very different to see out here so far. And we got mountains on each side. Where are we going? We are going right. Super gorgeous. You watch all my videos and you count the amount of times I geek out about mountain views, but be very interested to see how many that is. And I just kicked myself out of gear. Don't do that. Pay attention, John. I have no idea where we are, what city we're coming down into, but it's windy as heck. You can probably hear that pushing me around a bit. So we're gonna ride up to these mountains, and then probably, I assume, getting close to wrapping up our day. All right, I think we found our home for the night. We got another 60 miles in past the end of the route. We could ride for another hour, but there's just not a lot out here. There has not been as much dispersed camping as I thought. Not a complaint. I just love finding a crazy spot in the woods and camping. The Smoky Mountain 500 and everything offered so much of that. It was nice. So we're gonna see if we can find a spot here. Maybe throw back and have a little fire. I think we're up at this red house here, so let's see what we can find. I'll tuck in behind Barry here. Look at that pretty puppy. Hi. Aren't you a cutie?
Yeah, not much in the way of trees for a hammock. Yeah. I mean, I've got some, but they're like spread out all over the place and too wide for a hammock. You can go down that lower end and take a look and see what we do have. Let me give you.
All right, everybody. Comment below if you think Barry's gonna make it to camp with that firewood on his truck. On his bike, excuse me. We only have left turns, I think, so there's a decent chance he's gonna make it. Got a site that looks like it's hammock friendly. Since we're actually paying for a site, we're getting some camp wood, which is nice. Oh, see if that bump takes it out. Oh, that was close. Starting to think if it survived that, it's gonna make it. So whoever said yes, you might be winning. So we should be right here. That's got to be us, right? Let's get to camp, get set up. We gotta make sure Barry's got something to go here. Find out if this is hammock friendly. Oh man. Successfully at camp. Firewood comes with, so it kind of feels like we won there. Except it's a $40 primitive site or $45?
$42 a tax, but if you do cash, just 40.
So we get a humongous bundle of wood. LOL with it, which is nice. Start a little fire. We're gonna chill. It feels like it's been, holy smokes. Hold that thing up for the audience. That's the biggest Slim Jim I have ever seen.
That's the Savage one.
Randy Savage?
Randy Savage.
Nice.
I had to try it.
We're in the absolute middle of nowhere, so we're gonna snack it out. I got a little fig bar, which these are actually delicious. I got a couple Pop-Tarts with me, so I'm not ashamed. Eating real good in the neighborhood. Gonna kick back, relax, have a fire. It's been kind of a long one today because that was the longest 75 miles it felt like. But a fun ride, right? Yeah.
I agree, 100%.
But it was just a little bit slower and a lot more gravel road construction than I've seen. Glad they're building it back. I'll probably wrap it up here, guys. I appreciate you following along. Hit that little like button down there. You see it. It helps these stupid algorithms. We'll have, this is day 3 of there. Look below if you haven't seen 1 or 2 for the playlist. Whatever you like doing, get out there and have some fun. Live your adventure. Have a fantastic night. We'll see you tomorrow on day 4. See if we can get a little extra crazy for you.